This then to draw level.
Not a twitch, not a blink. You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Totti cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Owen is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. He shifted it to the flank. Caught offside that time. Well, that pass isn't the best. Almost half an hour in now. Totti. And here's Lewandowski. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Batistita, always looking for that half a chance. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Owen. Nicely spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
That's good play from him.
He's found a way through. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rijkaard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, just in! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, that's well spotted. Quality ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kukçu. Dani Olmo. And it's Kukçu. Kukçu scooting forward. Totti. He's having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And it's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Olmo. Now it's Lewandowski. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, good read. That's the end of the first 45. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And we are back underway.
North Korea really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they...
Decent chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Marquinhos cuts it out. Totti. Totti. Gerrard. And that's been intercepted. And it's Totti. Well, that looks a chance for a shot! And no mistake. And they're back in front. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Owen. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
North Korea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cafu.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Owen. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been cut
The
out, well
attendance
played.
for this match was 80,314.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. But he's well positioned here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And here's Owen. Totti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And Owen! Now that is commitment to the cause. North Korea have their second corner now. They've got a throw in. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Lewandowski. Aims beyond the defence. Nice looking ball. It's played through for him. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ronaldinho. Now it's Owen. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Ronaldinho. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution for North Korea.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Owen. Coming on to replace him is number 20.
And a few accusing
Berbatov.
looks coming his way. Kukçu. Pass somewhat off target. Ronaldinho.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Edmilson. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. It's run loose here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He has found the way through. The North Koreans are counter-attacking. Wriggles his way through. He might be in here! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Berbatov. And he thumps it clear. And here's Batistuta. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
Out of play for a throw. Great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Good read, needed to be. And that is well cleared. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Berbatov. Leicester gets over and intercepts. Ah, he's given it away. What a throw in. Cafu ventures forward. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's a sharp little ball here.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Berbatov. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Threads one in. Mateus, he's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, Dogged defence on the other. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
First quarter of an hour gone. Plays the return pass. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. Oh, that was vital. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, super ball! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That has not gone well. Neither side yet able to find the net. Looking for options for movement. Cross flung in towards the middle.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Oh, easy pickings there. Incoming delivery. And he was alert to it. Berbatov, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Fiore. Well timed, excellent interception. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Tries to thread one through. Tries to cross. Oh, good climb! No, not the best of headers. Somewhat off target. Approaching the half-hour mark. Not where it came from. Nicely spread. Driven in. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Shakhtar have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu. Mateus has the space to scheme. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Seedorf receives it in a good position here. Ibrahimovic is flagged offside. Pass just lacking in accuracy. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Shifted it to the flank. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Corner number 4 coming up here. Rijkaard getting this one clear. And that's aimed into the middle. Leicester can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Played it again. It's a goal kick. Fiore.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Thuram. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Cafu. Some good work on the right flank here. And a header! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That has been cut short. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Fiore. Kukçu. Cafu. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Back underway then.
Piemonte really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be the...
Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And a chance! Sensational by Collar! About as smooth as it gets. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed.
Here's a chance! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross from Cafu. And that's the keeper's ball. Dani Olmo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rijkaard needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal. Fiore! Now that is commitment to the cause. Shakhtar are looking to go forward now.
The attendance for this match was 29,500.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Flings in across. Punched away. Little pass back. And that is expertly dealt with. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A heavy challenge. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Now, can they get him away? Mateus stood his ground strongly. Played out wide. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, they've got it again. Fiore. Berbatov, given the lift of his goal. Berbatov,
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Pull it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Dani Olmo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Fiore. Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. Mateus. Spread to the right.
Tractor clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Tries a shot! Mohamed Salah trying to keep this in. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That pass has been well intercepted. Ibrahimovic. Cafu, who does have an assist to his name. Pullet wants to run onto this. Kukçu. Now it's Dani Olmo. Now it's Berbatov. Kukçu. Good ball, good take. Shakhtar needed that. They really... Takes a shot! Now that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Chance!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the pass is intercepted. Cafu, that's going right the way across. Tries to pass it through. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution on the field.
Desperate
16,
defending required here.
Bullet. Number 5, Mateus. Number 13, Nesta. Number 69, Jan Koller. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field,
Roberto Carlos
number
with the short
21,
one.
Pirlo. Number
Very nicely
22,
done.
Kaká. Number 27,
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 19, Eto.
Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Substitution.
Maldini.
2 added minutes has been
Goes for the
indicated.
shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And the referee brings it to a close. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best.
Big chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's got away, and that is well cleared. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Totti. Now it's Cantona. Now it's Nedved. And it's Seedorf. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Seedorf. Kaká. And here's Cantona. Cantona! Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Seedorf. Now it's Kaká. And this is Nedved. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Rashford finding himself in space. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. Now it's Kaká. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot at goal! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. Pirlo goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. That's good vision. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So that's 2 now without reply. He's had a shot! Eric Cantona! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation. and he was never going to miss that.
Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That pass has been well intercepted. Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Totti always looking for that half a chance. Pirlo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Kaká will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a good spell of possession, this. Kukçu. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Pirlo. And it's Totti. Oh, it's come loose. Rashford. Looking for options for movement. Seedorf. And it's Kaká. Totti. Now that looks a decent ball. Ball played for Kukçu. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Pirlo. And here's Kaká. Lovely feet. That has sent him sprawling. Lewandowski.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Rashford. That's been slipped through. He's shifting through the gear. Goes for a shot! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a shade optimistic. Totti. Kukçu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Kaká. Nedved. Totti. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, well played, well played.
Diamante really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Lewandowski. Mohamed Salah has found the net here, of course.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Totti. Kaká. That's tidy. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Kukçu running with the ball. Now, can they get him away? Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Kaka. And here's Cantona. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Deftly away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Kaka has created one goal already. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Diamante clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Cantona. That's a good shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cantona actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Milan have their second corner now. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bergomi gets over and intercepts. Now it's Rijkaard. And here's Cantona.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Chance! And it's in! Into the lead once more. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a
great chance! Well taken goal. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Schneider, and he plays one through. And the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this. But has the opposition...
And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combination...
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And they can counter here. Gerrard. It's a good foot in there. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's been shifted off it. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Kukçu. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, Shevchenko! Goal! And we have liftoff! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Piemonte are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Gerrard. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Yamal, he's picked his way through. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he's decided to go for it. It's anyone's ball now. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. 30 minutes gone. Yamal. Neymar. And this is Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, now he can run away with it. He's going for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Looking tidy in possession here. Rijkaard. Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space. As long...
Great chance! Fiore, foot in.
Diamante certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Short changes him with that pass. That has not gone well. And it's Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Fiore. Now it's Neymar, and he's got the bit. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Down to business again.
Diamante can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Lewandowski, Fiore, and this is Mohamed Salah. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Madrid are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Kukçu.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Howson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Neymar. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe. Fiore. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That looks a good ball through. Header! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did.
He's having a pop! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives.
Neymar! Oh, it's come loose. Can he finish? That is decidedly lacking.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Lewandowski, he is through here. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And there's a goal. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So we have a breakthrough. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rijkaard. Gerrard. And now the breakaway. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's onto this. He has found the way through. Shapes to shoot! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kimmich. Oh, terrible pass. He's got away. So much time. Shoots! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Diamante really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, good taking. Oh, shooting shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath.
Tries a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just 1 down as opposed to 2.
And the shot! Another one of football's and how moments. Rijkaard is there and he can pick it up. Zanetti does really well to win the ball there. Fiore. Kukçu. Gerrard gets across to intercept that. Pass is just off target. Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Yamal. That's a little off target. And it's Shevchenko. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And this is Lewandowski. Howson over to the right flank.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Knocks it into space. This much chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Gerrard. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Lewandowski. It is a corner. Mohamed Salah. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Showing good feet. Gerrard. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. While for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
Yeah, and you can expect another busy shift from him here.
He's never shy.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mignon sends that a long way. Looking for the run. Tries to pass it through. Good read, needed to be. Oh, they can break here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Shevchenko. Kukcu. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Yamal. Rashford. Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's found a way past, and he shoots! And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. And they're back on the ball again. So we're still where we started right now.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Caicedo. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Yamal. Messi. He's found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fiore.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, played right into his path. Oh no, this does not look good. He is through here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Caicedo. And here's Yamal. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nicely aimed pass. And the through ball. And the shot! It's a sharp pass. And that has left him in a heap. Messi. Kukçu. This is a promising build-up. Nicely weighted ball. Big chance! Caicedo. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Messi. Oh, he's been caught napping. Ball swung in.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Fiore. Lewandowski. No, he's not getting his way this time. Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Serginho. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Lewandowski. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lewandowski, and he's got away from it. It's Lewandowski! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's hoisted clear. Caicedo promptly onto that, and that is that. Kukçu. This might spell danger.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. Shevchenko! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Shevchenko clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
Attenzione alla sostituzione.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front. He read that really well and stopped it.
Well timed, excellent interception. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. So neither side has yet broken through.
wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And that's been won straight back. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He has found the way through. Vinicius Junior! And a neat finish. And we have liftoff. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager...
And Batistuta! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That's a little off target. Caicedo. Now, can they get him away? Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Adams calmly anticipates. And here's Rashford. He's shifting through the gears here. Picked up Fiore! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Corner number 2 then. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And here's Lewandowski, just eases him off the ball.
Diamante really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Lewandowski. Dani Olmo. And he's quick to return it. Brilliantly cut out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The ball has bounced loose now. It's a good spell of possession, this. So it's Lewandowski! That is delicious! A finish right from the top draw. There seemed no way back, but they are level.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Keeper's dealt with that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Delivered across.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mohamed Salah. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Diamante clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now the ball in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. It's a pretty loose pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Kukcu. Yamal.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nesta clears without hesitation. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Can he get it through? Now it's Rashford. Fiore.
Pretty robust defending.
Now it's Batistuta. He's on it. Can he get away? Gets a good foot in there. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities.